there's no question that football is America's most popular sport. Latinos have been part of that football lifestyle for decades now, both on and off the field. Regardless of culture, regardless of language, even if in Spanish you call it Americano, really what we're all enjoying is football. The US is a country that is strong because of its diversity. California truly is an example of that.
Latinos have found many reasons to love the Raiders, from their attitude to their style of play. The Raiders have been close to the Latino community for decades, including great success stories in the franchise throughout the years.
That's why we're here in Oakland, to see the big, bold ways in which Latino fans show their love for their team. How long have you guys been coming to games?
Definitely a family tradition. I mean, once I got with my husband, we've been coming for years. He passed it on from his grandparents, his uncles, his cousins, so he just gets the family bigger and bigger.
One thing that I've noticed is that you kind of like hear like a really good mix of music, right? You hear like banda on one side, hip hop on the other.
Yeah, some Bad Bunny on one side, yeah, the hypey music, yeah. You go back and forth, some Selena sometimes, so you just hear everything out here.
We met with MJ Acosta, a sports journalist that specializes in covering the NFL in the Bay Area, but travels to games with all of the teams in the league.
Raider Nation, I have never seen a fan base in the over 10 years that I've been covering this league as intense, that travels as well, that is as hardcore as Raider Nation. Because of the proximity that we have to Mexico, the Latin community here is so powerful. I love that it's so infused into the game day reality. You can't go to a game day and not see that and not know that Latinos are present, how strong they feel about their team and who's gonna win. I don't think you can fully know a team without fully knowing the dynamics of its fan base.
What is it like to be a Latina sports broadcaster?
The privilege of being able to cover sports and to cover football in both of my languages. So it's been really cool, and people are usually surprised, especially when I speak Spanish to them or se me sale algo really quick in the middle of an interview or something like that. And they're like, wait, you speak Spanish? Latinos are so diverse. We come in so many shades and shapes and sizes, and that we have so much more to bring to the table, both on the field, off the field, on the sideline, to show people that we're here and we love it and we can cover it, and we're just as capable of doing so.
If you want to see where it all started, look to Tom Flores, who not only was the first Mexican-American quarterback, but was the first Latino coach to win a Super Bowl. This legend is still tough as nails at age 82.
Just win, baby.
You know, the National Football League is 100 years old. The Raiders are 60 years old. When we started with the Raiders, there were 2 Hispanics on the team. I'd like to think that what I did and I accomplished opened the door for many Hispanics. I really would like to think that, because I was the head coach, and then when Jim Plunkett became the quarterback and we won that was the first Super Bowl in Los Angeles, and here's a Mexican quarterback and a Mexican head coach. It was pretty unique.
Jim Plunkett is another Raiders legend of Mexican descent. His career is marked by overcoming adversity. After being cut from the 49ers, he came to the Raiders as a backup to then become the first Latino quarterback to win a Super Bowl. He continues to be involved with the organization, which is why we met up with him at Raiders headquarters to talk about why the team means so much to Hispanics.
I just think that the Hispanic community likes the guys who, fight back, are tough, and don't take anything from anybody.
So I know it might be hard to put it in words, but what was that Super Bowl experience like?
Well, for me, it was tremendous. I started off with the #1 draft pick in New England. After 5 years, got traded to San Francisco. That didn't work out either. Got cut from football, but Al Davis gave me a call. I said he'd like to, join the Raiders.
We may take a player in who has been a failure somewhere else, but it's predicated on bringing them into an environment that can inspire in them the will to do great. And they have done great.
And it brought me a new life.
What does the phrase Raider Nation mean to you?
Oh, it means a bunch of fans who love the Raiders, no matter where we're at, whether we be here in Oakland, on the road, in Florida, Miami, you name it.
So would you say that Raider Nation is a place on the map?
I think it's worldwide. It's like ice cream.
Now, you go to a Raider game, and it's a Hispanic crowd. I mean, the Raiders have enamored the Hispanics, especially when we went to LA.
In the 1980s, the Raiders took a risk by moving the team from Oakland to Los Angeles, a gamble that paid off. It was really in LA where the Raiders and the Latino community began this relationship. It's gone beyond sport. The Raiders shield became closely related to Southern California Chicano style. Now you can see the passion of Raider Nation all across California. We just left the Bay Area. We're going towards Stockton, California, a town that's like about an hour, 2 hours east. We're going to meet up with the Ayalas, a family who does this trek every time there's a home game. They hold season passes, so we're going to go meet with them and see what is it about the Raiders that drives them so crazy. ¿Y qué sentiste tú como papá la primera vez que llevaste a tus chavos a un juego?
Es algo porque yo no lo viví de chico. Y es lo que quiero, que ellos vivan. Lo que uno no pudo vivir a veces, que lo traten de vivir ellos.
I would want to take my kids so they can experience what I experienced.
Yeah.
Not just stay there and watch the TV and be like, I wish I was there.
Hey, Jinx.
Si se van a Las Vegas, ¿va a seguir la afición aquí contigo de...?
Sí, pues si la traigo desde México.
Moving a team with such deep roots in California to another state might not make the most sense on paper, but once I started walking outside the Vegas Strip, I was reminded of the Southern California neighborhoods I grew up in. Thinking of that and the fact that it's only a short drive from Los Angeles, I could see why California fans are still down to root for the team.
The Raiders Stadium is being built right behind me. Even though construction is happening here in Las Vegas, this will be a home for Raiders fans across the country and across the world.
Raiders fans have shown us that Raider Nation spreads far and wide. Football builds community, and in that community, Latinos play an essential role, which is why we're meeting with Danny Molina at the Raiders facility in Oakland. Danny is an assistant equipment manager for the Raiders and is proud of his Latino heritage.
They call this actually the shoe room, storage room. So we
Sorry, but these are some huge sizes. Like
yeah.
Size 18, man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Like wow, like even the box
Yeah.
has like some weight to it.
Yeah, and there's actually we have someone that wears a size 18.
Jesus. Like
Yeah.
that's like bigger than my head.
That's huge, man. Huge. I mean, as soon as they walk in the door, the only thing a coach has to do is coach. Staff member has to do his job, and a player has to play. We'll take care of the rest.
Right.
Latinos are the backbone of many things in America, and football is no exception. We move the sport forward.
What are your hopes or expectations now the team is moving here to Las Vegas?
You know what, talking to Oakland fans, you know, there's a lot of them that are, you know, going to follow the Raiders. There's some that I've spoken to that are moving to Vegas for that reason. A couple friends are like, have you got your ticket? I'm like, yeah, have you? You know, that type of excitement, you know, like little kids, you get excited.
So there it is, boys.
Wow.
Dang.
Look at that.
Dang, you said?
Oh, they have the torch, look.
So Nathan, now that you see this stadium, are you like a little bit more excited?
Yeah. Looks huge.
Not only will fans from all over America be joining the crowd in Vegas, but there is also a very solid fan base that already exists in the city that is excited to welcome the team to their new home.
Oh, is that Tom Flores right there?
Yeah, that's Tom Flores right there. And I got Jim Otto, Howie Long, Bo Jackson. I got Ken Stabler back here, and I got Tim Brown. This is my shrine. My football here is the Super Bowl 18 champions, all signed by the whole team. That's my pride and joy right there. Yeah. Hey, David, how you doing?
How's it going, man, David?
Michael, nice to meet you.
Is this you, Doug?
Yeah, that's me right there. We're from Duke's Car Club, but we're all Raider fans.
Growing up as a Latino in the US, it was always difficult for me to marry the two cultures. That's what these Raider fans are doing. They're bringing their own flavor into something that's considered very American, and at the same time, they're using their fandom as a way to integrate themselves into American culture and American sports. When we take a closer look at this iconic American sport, we find Latinos embracing it at every level, from fans to employees to players, and even Super Bowl winners. The Raiders are one of the most popular teams in Mexico and have played 3 times in the country. What started with people like Tom Flores and Jim Plunkett has translated into 1 out of 3 Raider fans being Hispanic. The Raiders logo has been integrated to Latino subculture and has become a symbol of how you can do both, be a proud Latino and a fan of football. On the next episode of Americano.
Regardless of where you're from or where your family's from, Latinos are passionate people.
And just to combine my favorite team and my passion, it's just an adrenaline rush.
We meet creative Latino fans who are using their craft and skill to make the teams they root for their own.
Throwing for King, could go all the way. 40, 30, touchdown Oakland.
This was the finest hour in the history of the Oakland Raiders. You were magnificent out there today.